Looking for a new way to listen? It's time for a fresh start. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your premier destination and a new level up for digital radio. Over the last 2 years, we've found new ways to ensure your digital radio experience is the best it can possibly be. From live podcasts that spark new perspectives to a 24/7 soundtrack of live music, and even our built-in merch store, we've built a platform that is convenient, high quality, and simple to navigate. But we're only just getting started. Catch all of our shows weekly and join the Live the Dream Media family today and help us change the airwaves forever. Download it for free on the App Store or Play Store today. Live the dream. The dream starts now.
Your favorite radio just got bigger, bolder, and better connected. Live the Dream Media is revolutionizing how you stay tuned in. With our explosive growth in online radio and our brand new mobile app, your entertainment goes wherever you do. Stream your favorite shows, discover new hits, and connect with audiences across the digital landscape, all at your fingertips. Advertisers don't miss out. Join our expanding digital network and reach engaged listeners across platforms. Download the Live the Dream Media app today and experience radio reimagined.
Looking for a radio station that actually wakes you up, guys? Well, every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m., Christopher D. Simone brings you Wake Up Live, the morning show that sets the tone for your whole day. Then stay tuned for the Marana Oro Valley Experience, Southwest Flavor with Ron Arenas, The Bob Elliott Show, and so much more. Live the Dream Media is online radio packed with music, live podcasts, and shows you can only hear right here. Download the app on the App Store or Google Play. Live the Dream Media. The dream starts now.
Hey everybody, it's Chris.
Hey, it's David Samarano.
Hey guys, it's Clint Peak over here.
Hi, I'm Blair Lametti Mathias.
And I'm Summer Smeaton.
Hey, I'm Ron Arenas.
And I'm Will Pena.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Curry.
And I'm Mike Bader.
Hi there, I'm Bruce Ash.
Hi, Ed Wilkinson here.
Hi, this is Bob Elliott.
We are Live the Dream Media. Watch and listen to all of our shows Monday through Friday, only on the Live the Dream Media Network.
Hey, you found us on your feed. Are you wondering what Live the Dream Media does? I'm going to explain it to you. Let's go. First and foremost, Live the Dream Media is a premier digital advertising and marketing agency, but that's not all we do. We have also become one of the largest live streaming podcast platforms in the region, with our own online radio station and more on the way. Here's the coolest part. Right now, I'm standing in Studio B, where we are getting ready to put together an awesome state-of-the-art studio to continue the growth of this platform. One of the coolest things about Live the Dream Media is we take pride in being flexible. We enjoy the ability to make changes on the fly. If Live the Dream Media is a company you feel interested in working with and want to enjoy the flexibility and all we have to offer with our new
Three amigos.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Marana and Oro Valley Experience. I'm one of the three hosts that are on right now. I'm David Samarano, joined by Clint
Peak.
Christopher D. Simone. Good morning, everybody.
I feel like American Bandstand. We're
Yeah.
supposed to give our age and hometown.
That's great.
Williston Park, New York, and I love the Kajagoogoo.
Yeah.
So.
And we have the pleasure of joining you guys today from the Oro Valley Church of the Nazarene in Oro Valley, Arizona.
Woot, woot.
for
Shout out to OVCN.
the National Day of Prayers, the event we're here for. And we're going to have a various amount of guests. I already put together kind of a list of something, maybe we were expecting. But, yeah, I put it together. And we see you guys in the chat already. Good morning. Chris, your folks are jumping on here. It's great to have Chris with us.
They ignored all of my warnings that we were on at 7, so I got like 29 text messages, Facebook messages. Where you at, bro?
Yeah.
So
well, this morning I think it'd be really cool to keep that spice of wake up for the first 15, 20 minutes and just
before we become lucid.
and just talk about the different things going on. And so Shay, I want you to put this image up, the first one I sent you.
Look at the different sizes.
And it's the news article about the city of Tucson opposing the Marana Ice the Ice Center. Okay, because they actually voted on this. I guess they made it a resolution.
7-0, buddy.
7-0. Okay, yeah. So if you could put that on the screen for us, Shay, I'm going to show you this.
I spent 20 minutes discussing this.
Yeah, it's so the funny thing about this is they also voted for something else too, and we're going to show you another little clip of what else they voted on. So Tucson Council opposes federal immigration detention center in Marana, 7-0. Okay. Now also throw this one on, Shay. They also voted on development on Pandora. So if you're not familiar, Pandora is a planet from the movie Avatar.
Oh no!
And so Shay's going to throw that on there for us. They also voted on this. I think that they're really just leaving their lane, right? Breaking news: Tucson City Council opposes development on Pandora. Oh, and its nearby planets. I wasn't aware of that part. So I just. So what do you say to that kind of stuff there, Chris? What are we doing? What weight does it carry? What does it mean?
Zero weight.
0 weight.
Right, just like there's signs that say ice is not allowed to go into the parks or whatever. That same kind of weight, but they have so many problems just in their own backyard, right? I mean, this is this National Day of Prayer. So let's reference the gospel. This is truly the brother in your the splinter in your brother's eye. Well, there's a giant log in your own eye, right? This is that moment,
Good
right?
reference.
That is.
I mean, so remember on the same agenda. They were talking about street racing, and a grieving father, his daughter, 3 years old, Ana Garcia, died on Country Club in Valencia because of street racing. So he gets there, he's crying, and they look at him, they go, well, we'll work on this over the next couple of months, right? But they're worried about Marana. It's not even Marana's deal. The thing's in Marana. There's nothing they can do about it, right? But the idea, this is, when you govern by pure emotion and ideology, and you're not really working too hard on your citizens, this is what you're at, right?
Yeah.
Even the water thing, they're complaining about the Project Blue guys.
Fix your tag there,
Oh,
sir.
thank
Yeah,
you,
there
sir.
you go. No worries.
The Project Blue guys, because they had to do dust remediation, right? So where do you get water from? Tucson Water, and it was all like agreed upon. They have all their permits and stuff, but then City of Tucson found out that they were using it for dust mitigation. So I got a call yesterday from a guy who is a Democrat who's saying, what's more important, keeping down the dust so no one gets valley fever,
Right.
or right, because that's one of the reasons you kick down the dust down with water, right? And so I had a Democrat who's probably voted for half of these people go, what are they doing? I go, I don't know, you voted for them. So
Yikes.
that's kind of where you're at.
So some comments, and I'll get this to you. It's your umpire John. 3 sports coats, only 1 tie. David is looking good.
Thank you.
Thank you for noticing, umpire John. Appreciate
Classic
you.
umpire John.
Yeah.
National Day of Prayer. God bless us all.
If he wasn't a veteran, I'd tell him to go. Anyway.
Oh, we're good. Now it's ties? Yeah.
Mother Mucker completely forgot the 7 a.m. start. My routine is off. LOL.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
I got 80 ties if you ever need to borrow one, Chris.
I only wear ties for funerals now.
Yeah. Funerals and weddings.
Not even
I'll
weddings.
whip 'em out of our wedding.
And then Monica, keep your Tucson out of our Marana.
Yep.
I couldn't agree more on that. So that's why I wanted to start off with that meme, because I saw it pop up and we were talking about it too.
Oh,
We're
man.
like,
Yeah.
Wait a
We were
second, I just-
roasting 'em.
I
Can
just-
you imagine a response back from Marana
Right.
if we wanted to play that game? I mean,
They won't though. I don't
well,
think they
why
will.
would they? I mean,
Yeah, you got other fish to fry,
we,
right?
we
Like,
got really business to take care of.
So
Yeah.
if I was Marana Oro Valley and I wanted something that's a resolution about Tucson,
yeah,
is we would like a pass or fare reinstated in Suntran and keep
I knew
all
you'd
of
say
the
that.
and keep all the druggies from invading our towns.
Yeah. That was
That's
ours.
what's going on.
Yeah.
That was our number one yesterday, by the way.
I mean, that's something as a guy, I don't know if you know this, I'm running for Oro Valley Town Council, ChrisForOV.com, but always be campaigning, ABC, right?
ABC.
But I would like when we get there, I'd like to have I would put forward a opportunity for us to vote on a resolution to officially ask Tucson to put at least a pass system back
Yeah.
on the bus.
Yeah.
The hop-on, hop-off version of this bus is devastating to the entire region, and I would want Marana and Sahuarita to do the same thing.
Yeah.
That would be a news story for you. 3 towns asked Tucson to just put a pass system, and I'd ask Steve Christie to put it on an agenda for the Board of Soups and let them talk about it.
You know, we've talked to several members of law enforcement, and they always say if there's a crime in Oro Valley or Marana, the first place they go is to the bus stop to wait for the perk to come to ride back into Tucson.
Correct. Especially if it's hot, they're not going to walk back to Tucson on a hot day.
I see Pastor Craig Coulter in the room.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
We got to get him on.
mercy.
We got to get
me.
senior pastor Craig Coulter.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
for the reference, umpire John, he's not wearing a tie either.
Big Dave said, "What?" Big Dave said, "Wow, no ball caps." Is that what you're saying too? He's like, "Where's your hat?"
Yeah. And Alan, if Alan's watching, sorry, dude, this is the way it works.
Yeah. Keith says Adelita and Regina versus the town of Marana. I think it's more than that. I really do. I think we had the PSL people disturbing a fundraising event for the school district that we went to a couple weekends ago. You know, and I was talking to somebody from the district about that. That was not cool.
That was very not cool.
They weren't digging that at all.
No.
What were your feelings when you rolled into the 100th birthday of Marana and all of a sudden you saw the worker power fools protesting? What was your feelings when you walked into that?
The first thing I could say that I felt was this was some sort of intimidation attempt. It wasn't you know, championing for what they believe in or how they feel about a certain matter. It was so well put together. Here's the one thing that really bothered me, and I had shared with Clint, was when I had gotten there, I had rolled in about 5:35, and when I was pulling in, these protesters were getting out of their car still, setting up, and you know who was there with them at that time? A KOLD reporter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, walking out to go set up her camera and do everything else, like knowing that.
Oh, they all got the same memo.
This is the piece of news that we're going to talk about. You know, you look at things and you look at them on the surface, and it doesn't look very, very good. Now, I'm not saying one thing. I'm not saying, hey, maybe it was on purpose or whatever, but we always look at the headline test, right? It's something we talked about back in law enforcement, and you guys created a headline out of everything. It almost looks like you did it on purpose.
Sure.
And I think at this point, you know, with what we've been doing, what we've been building in Marana with our business and stuff that we're doing, we're gonna start kind of expressing how we feel about this stuff.
Good.
And it's not to steer somebody to vote a certain way or anything. It's not about that. It's really just about common sense and culture in the community, because I grew up out there. So when I see stuff like that going on, that's really bizarre, right? It's not normal. And I think that we need to have that conversation with the community and say, hey, we're experiencing some not normal stuff, and we know where it's coming from.
Well, the thing about the KOLD reporter is it's at minimum, they're lazy, right? They got the press release. They showed up, right? But they did not ask for anyone's opinion about that wasn't them, about how they felt about them, right? So what you want is you can have your worker power folks on if that's your thing, but someone from the event should have been on the camera going, well, that was disgusting.
So the people responsible for that weren't the worker power. It was actually the
power of socialism and liberation.
Yeah, let's just...
Capitalism must die, guys.
Yeah, it says capitalism must die, and it's the price guys. What is it, the pitcher rocks on ice, or not on ice, or against ice, or whatever. I don't know what it is. But
Pima resists.
Pima resists ice. Okay. They were out there.
Price. They're so clever.
Yeah.
Hey, let's set the scene here now. This is basically a public event on private property. The protesters are standing on private property and in the road, by the way.
Right.
Right.
Like actually in the street.
And we knew ahead of time that this was going to happen.
Right.
But as I said to you on Wake Up the other day, is what's next? Are we going to start picketing and responding to kids' birthday parties? Is that next on the list? Are they going to show up at the kids' birthday parties, David, and with their signs? It's
Yeah. I see a silver lining in it. The silver lining of it is I think you're going to get people in the community more engaged than they have been. If you look at the data supporting all of the voter information that's here in the state, there's a significant amount of folks that are on the conservative side as opposed to the Democrat side, right? And, there's also a significant amount of independents. And I think there's a lot of work to be done to get people to get out and get more engaged and to get out and vote. I mean, the voter percentages of the areas are pretty low. And I think that this kind of situation is where we can use it as an opportunity to not only educate, but like, hey, you should be paying attention to this, right? Because I know you for the last 17 years have been discussing a lot of issues and stuff that's kind of bizarre.
It's way bizarre. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that the town of Marana, and we said it a bunch of last year, if they don't pay attention, they're going to get blindsided.
Chris, David and I have been saying this for 5 years. It's like, hey, it's been a good thing. It's been a good run. But they weren't, in all fairness, the leaders were not paying attention to the chatter that we could see. Because we're in the streets talking to people on a regular basis. We can feel it. We can see it.
Yep.
Now it's there. What we've been predicting for a while is there. I had a very influential leader in this community call me last night and discuss what we're discussing. And that person said, Clint, referencing the Live the Dream Media, you guys need to keep a scorebook. And it's just the facts. Right? And how everybody's voting, what we're talking about, stuff like we're talking about here. Just present, it's the scoreboard.
Yep.
Just present the facts. And because we were talking about making people aware and educating. How do you do that?
Yep.
Well, the scoreboard's a pretty simple and easy way to kind of do that without any opinion or rhetoric thrown in, right? Here's the people, here's what they said, here's how they voted. You make up your own mind.
Yep. No, again, it's something where you have to make it digestible. David and I were talking a little bit yesterday about if you're not winning the digestible short video world in social media, you're losing. Right? This is where Live the Dream has such an important role here. Right, is that battle, because we were talking about this revivalism we're seeing in Christianity. Yep. We're seeing all these young people become Catholics at Easter time, right? You know why? Because Charlie Kirk and Christian influencers are getting in kids' feet, right? Mm-hmm. After they've been let down by whatever their parents did, their schools did, or their colleges. All of a sudden, how many parents do you know, they said when Charlie Kirk got killed, right? They couldn't believe how bummed their kids were.
Yeah.
They didn't know that their kids were ingesting Charlie Kirk videos, right? And his message of loving God and Christ and have a family and all these things. It's won. We won the day on that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But on the local politics, this is where Live the Dream is going to take the lead, is we have to start winning that battle.
Absolutely.
And that's where your scorecard comes in. So
they're getting ready to start eating right here, guys.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The feeding starts taking place. For anyone that's never been to an event at Oro Valley Church of the Nazarene, if you get an invite, you should come. There's CJ right there. We got CJ. I'm looking around this room, and it's pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see all these guys. We got Nate Snyder, Air Force chaplain, in the room. Well, I could go on for the next 30 minutes, but back to what you said about Live the Dream Media I was thinking about what we've done, because we're going to do a little presentation. It's not a little presentation. It's a huge presentation.
Yes.
Later, and my portion of it is going to be kind of what we've what we've built. The 6 years that we've been in business, that's the easy part. That's easy to share, but that was the whole purpose. When David and I go back to our original plans and start looking at what we and it was simple. We only had 5 or 6 things listed, but that was one of make things as local and digestible as possible with no filler.
Right.
And we go back to this incident on Saturday. Good morning, Sal. We go back to this incident on Saturday. It is no coincidence that the TV reporter showed up at kickoff.
Yep.
That's just, you know what? That's happening at 6 o'clock. Let's get over there. And that's what happened. Again, private property, kind of a mess.
Remember, the 3 most important people in local news is the 3 news directors for the 3 stations.
100%.
Right, because they get these press releases, and then they're sending the crew out to cover.
And they're picking
those things.
They're picking the 4 things they want to cover.
And so I'm sure they're all nice people, but they're all really young people, and they have no institutional knowledge of what's going on. And
gentlemen,
I wouldn't be mildly surprised if they lean a little leftist, just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just my assumption. So.
Yeah, I mean, even on that, it's just, what are we doing?
So you're really the lack of the journalists in this county.
Let's put the political part aside.
Sure.
Let's talk about common sense and how we're treating that situation. How would you feel if someone did that to your house or your business?
Oh, you'd be ticked. So in the end, so what we're missing, David and Clint and good people out there, if we had a journalism class in Pima County that just called all the balls and strikes, we'd be a much better community for it. So
yeah, but hey, we're gonna jump to a quick break. We're gonna start bringing on some guests with us here. There's people showing up, so we want to
that last table down there.
Have fun, have some chats with some folks. So stand by. We'll be back right after this sponsorship break.
We should always do live. We should always do a live room.
Hey, you found us on your feed. Are you wondering what Live the Dream Media does? I'm going to explain it to you. Let's go. First and foremost, Live the Dream Media is a premier digital advertising and marketing agency, but that's not all we do. We have also become one of the largest live streaming podcast platforms in the region with our own online radio station and more on the way. Here's the coolest part. Right now, I'm standing in Studio B, where we are getting ready to put together an awesome state-of-the-art studio to continue the growth of this platform. One of the coolest things about Live the Dream Media is we take pride in being flexible. We enjoy the ability to make changes on the fly. If Live the Dream Media is a company you feel interested in working with and want to enjoy the flexibility and all we have to offer with our new podcasting network and our digital advertising abilities, reach out to us at contact@ltdmedia.net. Visit our website, livethedreammedia.com, or check us out on social media.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday Mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, I'm Kari with Southern Arizona Cleaning and Supply. We do commercial cleaning, but we also have a janitorial storefront, and I'd like to show you around. Right here, you'll find our restroom cleaners, mop heads, advanced floor care items. So we have many paper consumables in stock, and we have all your cleaning tools and accessories. We have it all here.
Visit our store at 1801 South Alvernon Way, Suite 104, or call us at 520-495-4097.
All right, welcome back to the Marana and Oro Valley Experience. We have an awesome guest with us from the Oro Valley Police Department. And I think there's a lot of good things to talk about. Right before he jumped on, he's like, he didn't know he was coming on, but he's on.
He walked by, we shanghaied him.
But you know, one of the things I want to talk about after you introduce yourself is it's graduation season. And if we could highlight, you know, maybe some events going on where parents can have some sense in knowing that their children are in a safe spot, you know, that they're having a good time, but they're being responsible at the same time. So, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome,
you're
Zach.
welcome.
Good to see you.
Clint sucked me into this today, so here we go. I'm walking by, and here's what happened. But so we have a lot of, this is really personalized to me this year with graduation because my senior is graduating from Canyon Del Oro High School in a couple weeks. So Project Graduation is always a phenomenal program for kids and their safety that night. It's a fun event. There's a lot of work that's put in by a lot of people throughout the community to make it happen. I actually worked one of the events at Ironwood Ridge about 10 years ago, and it was phenomenal. The kids had a blast the entire time. They stayed engaged the entire time. And really, at the end of the day, we want them to go out and have a fun, safe environment to be able to celebrate their graduation, because they should celebrate.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. You know, I remember growing up, and I'm sure you guys were the same, we occasionally heard of kids getting DUIs or getting in DUI collisions or these big house parties where kids are underage drinking and then driving home and all that. That program really does a lot to help mitigate that. And I will say, from the police side of it, we don't deal with the same type of issues that we used to have to deal with after graduation. A majority of the kids that are graduating are in that environment, which is phenomenal.
We've done such a great job as think about it. I'm 50 years from graduating.
I'm close to 30.
And it was I'm telling you, it was a different environment. I want to congratulate you. You just graduated.
I did.
A couple weeks ago, did you tell me?
Congratulations, man. That's huge.
That's amazing.
What's the date today?
Today's 7th.
Okay, so I think I'm actually conferred with my graduation tomorrow on the 8th.
Okay.
So finished up my classes 2 weeks ago. It's been an interesting journey going back to school. I was 44 years old when I went back to get my bachelor's degree finally, and it's been an interesting journey, especially the last year. The last year, I went into a accelerated full-time program, so I was taking 3 accelerated classes at a time.
And working.
and being a dad and a husband.
Yeah.
So it's been an interesting journey. On this side of it, looking back, I'm glad I did. I'm so happy for you, because I know that sets you up for the next moves in life. And a quick question: you said you were 44 when you started. Your peers in class with you, how old were they? Was it It was scattering? A mix. Yeah. So it was a completely online degree program, and you had you had a number of people that were in law enforcement like me. There was a couple guys that I went through the whole program with that had been 20-year cops like I am. So we really hit it off. We engaged. And then you had people that were 18 years old that they're figuring out life through the university system. So it was interesting. I actually learned a lot throughout the program, which going into it as a cop at the time, I think I had 18 years on when I entered it, and it's a criminal justice program. I didn't know really what I was going to get out of it, I ended up getting a lot out of it. So I'm glad I embarked on that journey.
Was that part of like maybe the surprise or something that you hadn't expected, because you've been in law enforcement 18 years when you started?
Yes.
When you got into it, were the things you were like, wow, I never really looked at it that way, or I saw it that way?
Yeah, absolutely. My favorite class throughout the entire course, which I've always been a student of the law. I feel like in law enforcement, we need to understand the law. We need to be up to date on constitutional law, especially when it comes to Supreme Court case law. And it took a very, very deep dive into cases that I had never heard of before. Stuff that maybe we don't use on a daily basis in law enforcement. But
you're next. You're next. You're next. So
it happened to me too.
So hurry up and finish eating.
Yeah.
But yeah, so constitutional law was really, really interesting. And throughout it, there was it just added depth to my knowledge base that I already had. Like I just finished up a juvenile justice class, and I know a pretty solid foundation
of juvenile justice and how the law applies to juveniles. But this took it to another level. So it's just, there's a really a strong depth of understanding on topics that I maybe had a pretty good understanding of. It just added depth to it.
You know, that's something we talk about a lot, and I wish everybody would study our Constitution just a little bit more.
Me too.
Because there's just so many assumptions that this is the way it is, and they've been told that. But for me, I've always said I'll encourage kids. I'll help support an education if you're going to study the Constitution. Yeah. Because it just gets trampled on a regular basis.
Yeah. Couldn't hear you.
Study the law.
Yeah, no, and especially in law enforcement, I think we have to be good stewards of the Bill of Rights.
100%.
We have to, you know, there's some of the rights that really apply to us, especially the Fourth Amendment. The First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendments are so important to us, and we really have to be well versed in that, and we have to be protectionists of people's civil liberties.
100%.
So,
sorry about that, Shay. She chases me a lot, by the way. That's why she gets paid the big bucks.
We got some chats here. So one of them is so LTD have journalists soon. You know, we have a news website. It's the Cornerstone Republic. So you can follow that on Facebook and Instagram. There's some stories and stuff there.
Hey, and if you've got a story to tell on Cornerstone, we're always looking for
interns, journalists, and whatever else.
Or guest writers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got an article you want published? Get a hold of us.
Hey, Rex, I see. You say you have many friends who think like you, but don't tune into LTD and not aware of important issues because of the crap they hear. So, my question to you, Rex, is what sources are they using for reference? And you know,
Councilwoman
Live the Dream
Mary
Media
Murphy.
and the shows and everything. I feel that they're growing at a really good rate, and it's a matter of time before we may be one of those reference points for them. You got to remember, we started with 0 at one point, and now we're at, you know, just on the online radio platform, 24,000 monthly listeners that just tune in just to that element, and that's not including all the video and the post-production. So
you know why?
I think we'll get there.
Because we have incredible guests drop in.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not even guests, your family that drop in and make appearances, and people are attracted to that. They really, we're becoming the source where people get their news, which is pretty amazing because we pride ourselves in covering it fairly. There's not really, well, I've got an opinion, but the facts, we give the facts and let people make up their own minds.
well, and I like talking to you guys also because in law enforcement, we haven't always done the best job of telling our story.
100%.
And I think the more we engage with people, even people that disagree with us, I
100%.
love engaging with people. One issue that has been at the forefront of the Oro Valley Police Department, the town council currently, is our Flock Drones as First Responder program. During that process, we sat down with people that were adamantly against the program, and we had engaged discussions. And I think it's important. I think
100%.
They may not agree at the end of the day with what we're doing, but at least if they understand, they can at least understand where we're coming from.
Well, they may not agree, and we pride ourselves in pushing about. Well, I don't want to live in an echo chamber.
Yeah, agreed.
I want to be. And you know what? At the end of the day, we might still disagree on subject A, but we realize you're not the bad guy.
Right.
I'm not the bad guy. We just agree to disagree.
100%.
That was my Ed Honey, the late Ed Honey was my friend, dear friend. He goes, Clint, you can disagree without being disagreeable.
Right.
It used to be that way.
Yep.
I'm old enough to remember we could have a conversation, walk away, disagree.
Oh yeah.
But we weren't mad at each other. We weren't fighting with.
Yep.
Hey, I've been married to that lady right there 35 years. You think we agree on everything?
You mean she doesn't agree with everything you say, Clint? I cannot believe it.
I disagree with her and back and forth more than anybody in this room combined because we get to deal with that. Yeah.
But disagreement's important because
It's
that's where we
very
learn,
important.
right? That's where we build the bridges.
The foundation of our republic involved debate and disagreement, and it still does to this day.
Exactly.
And we need to have it. It produces a better product if
Exactly.
we can debate and we can walk away and still be united.
Yep.
If that
Right.
makes sense.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir now. Okay, let's let him go.
All right,
Go
we're
lead. Thank you. Appreciate
All right,
it.
let's jump to a quick
Congratulations.
commercial break. We'll be right
Yeah.
back. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you. Hey,
Rex, I see your
soon.
comment.
We'll get you
I'll
back
engage
in.
with
Okay,
you after
yeah,
the
let
break.
me know.
Thank
You
you.
have my number.
Yeah, I do.
I have a
For over a century, radio has changed and impacted the lives of everyone. becoming one of the major foundations of communication, keeping us up to date in news and broadcasting, and providing daily music that we love. Radio evolves more as the years progress and time moves forward, and it is only becoming better. Live the Dream Media is proud to be part of that history, stepping into the evolution of online radio to make it more advanced than ever before. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your #1 online radio experience. Catch your favorite music 24/7 and tune into live podcasts, or catch up on your own time with our on-demand library. And you can also check out our integrated merch store built right into the app. No matter where you travel in the world, the dream stays with you. You can be anywhere on the planet and stay connected. Download the Live the Dream Media app for free today on the Apple App Store and Google Play. And
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Tucson summers don't play fair. Before you spend thousands of dollars, get the facts. Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We've been your local family-owned choice for 25 years. This May, we're offering a free second opinion on any licensed HVAC contractor's quote of $1,000 or more. Get the peace of mind you deserve. Call us today at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
From the fields of wheat and cotton to the heart of our community, Marana was built on hard work and family values. John Post has farmed this land for years, built businesses, and served this community for decades. As mayor, John will fight for sustainable growth that respects our roots, keep neighborhoods safe, and make sure Marana remains the best place in Arizona to raise a family. John Post, farmer, father, and neighbor.
Our families deserve safe streets.
When you call 88 Crime, you stay anonymous, but your tip could protect someone's child, someone's home, maybe even your own.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime and you could get rewarded with cash.
88 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity secret.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community.
Call 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org because safety starts with you.
Don't wait for a leak to show up before trying to find a roofer during roofing's busiest time of year. Call Blueprint Home Services today to schedule a free inspection. Blueprint Home Services offers free, fast estimates, price lock guarantees, and the longest workmanship warranty in Tucson. Again, that number is 520-525-2555. You can also book an appointment at blueprinthomeservice.com. Blueprint Home Services is licensed, bonded, insured, and trusted. AZROC number 322635.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Are we back?
All right, welcome back to Marana Oro Valley Experience. We are here joined by Marana's Mayor John Post is here at the National Day of Prayer at Oro Valley Church of the Nazarene. Of course, we are not in the studio today. We are actually in the third space of this awesome church, and we're having a good time. The room is full. You can't see it, but there is not an empty seat in here. The event is sold out. There's delicious food being served right now, and we're having a great time. John, how are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here this morning. I was able to scarf down my breakfast really quick before I got called over here.
Was there a little pressure to come over here?
A little pressure to get food eaten, but it was really good.
Gave him 3 minutes.
I'm very grateful for this event. Pastor Craig and Chris, what spectacular individuals they are. I just couldn't say enough good things about their support of our local leaders here in Marana and Oro Valley. You know, in Marana, it's been really tough the last year. Last year has been really, really tough. And I didn't really know Craig, and he reached out to me with support, you know, prayer support and just his support. And I didn't really know him, but it meant the world to me, you know.
Yeah.
So I will always be grateful for Craig and Chris and their support.
Yeah.
You know, just great individuals.
I echo that 100%.
Yeah. So.
I've known them now for 10 years, and it's just two of the greatest men I've ever met.
I agree.
in my life.
I agree.
But I'm going to say it because I've said it to you guys. The two of you and the two of them are like you guys are my peeps. I mean, I told Tammy one day.
We might start to believe it. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
I told Tammy, I said, if you ever want, if something happens to me, get those four guys.
Call one of those four. Or
call
one of them.
Call four together.
Yeah.
No, they 100%. This is, I think, we'll have to check with Janelle. I think this is for sure 3, maybe the 4th one of these are all attended like this, and the next hour is going to be pretty powerful.
You know, I think this is really important to know, to let all of our local leaders know how important they are to us, and to have Christian leaders in our community is extremely important, and to let those leaders know that we're behind them 100%.
Yeah.
And it's just important. It really makes a difference when you're trying, because it's a lonely world.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lonely job that good people are starting to not want to do.
Yeah.
Because of how violent things are starting to become. It's scary.
Yeah.
It really is.
No, it's hard. I tell people all the time, you got to be a special kind of person to be able to go through that kind of scrutiny, even on your best day, right? You could solve a big problem, and you're still going to have folks that want something more, right? It's not a never-ending pursuit of accomplishment for it, right? It's a process that continues and goes and goes.
You know, I've done this for 20 years, and 18 of those years, I don't think I had maybe 2 or 3 instances where I had some, violent pushback on what I was doing. But in the last year and a half, it's constant. It's every day, multiple times a day for a year and a half. And it really
it's got to be taxing.
Down. Yeah,
it's got to
really
be. It's got to be.
Changes your perspective of life. It changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so to have somebody like Craig reach out to you and say, "Hey, I know what you're going through. I'm here to support you. I'm praying for you on a daily basis." That's a big deal.
Right.
It's a big deal.
And you got it. Oh, go ahead.
No, to jump in on something you said, and I've watched this process close with Craig. He has walked in your shoes, because when we were talking about building and expanding, John, they were posting pictures of his house.
Oh, I'm sure.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
This is where the pastor lives. This is where Chris lives. And it's kind of like your incident we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, people showing up at my house and protesting. That's ridiculous.
On private property.
We were talking about that earlier.
I said, what are we doing next? Protesting kids' birthday parties?
Yeah, probably.
Is that next on the list?
If it's one of my kid or my grandchild's birthday party, they'll be there.
We'll have to do it. We'll have to do it in private.
Hey, you got an event later today.
What do you got going on? Really excited about the mayor's meet and greet at Twin Peaks Elementary School. This would be, I've done a lot of community outreach over the last year. We did about 7 of them on our data center ordinance. We did several others just to kind of be out in the community, and I'm excited. I speak around the community quite a bit, but this is one specifically for me, for my campaign, and so I'm pretty excited about getting out and meeting, the residents of Marana.
Yeah.
And I'll have 3 or 4 more over the course of the campaign. But I'm also inviting the other council candidates, John Officer, Terry Murphy, Herb Kai. And, those 3 individuals are just a very important part of what has made Marana very successful. We couldn't do it without them. They are leaders in their own way. Right. They all have something unique about them that makes them extremely important for Marana, and it's important that we re-elect them because they have been a very important part of the direction that Marana is going, and I can't see, can't do it without them.
Yeah,
I've said this 100 times to Ed, to you, to Herb, to John, officer. Marana isn't where it's at right now by accident. Wasn't like you just threw darts on the board and this was the result. This is decades of growth. Now it has sped up since you were a young man.
Right.
The speed of how the growth has happened, but the trajectory was set early.
We're still growing by the same percentage. That percentage just happens to be a little bit more of the total.
Well, how many people were there how many people lived in Marana when you were born?
About 1,500.
Yeah. Think about that.
So,
but 1,500 compound.
Yeah.
That's another word.
Our budget. Compounding. Ed Honey used to love to talk about our budget. The first year was $46,000. The 26-27 budget has broke $500 million.
Yeah.
And that's just a shocking number, but it also lets
what is it?
It's $502 million.
So It went from
46,000,
but it went from 473 last year.
Yeah, so we have some big projects, and that's we say growth pays for growth. That's that money finally getting accumulated and being able to be spent.
Hey, is that why we're seeing all the crazy? Do you feel like that? I mean, you don't have to answer, but do you feel like the success of the town and what is going on there is kind of leading to these folks trying to get in on the race, as you would say? Do you think there's something behind that? I mean, what are we going for in this instance? Why is this happening?
I do think that has a big part of what's going on. I think there's a lot. They want to change the direction of the town. The town is headed in a direction that is different than the rest of southern Arizona.
Significantly.
It's different than the city of Tucson, where we encourage growth and we encourage job creation and we welcome companies moving in our town. And so, that doesn't fit the narrative of what's going on in the rest of this region. I know Oro Valley went through a time period where they were trying to squish growth, and I think they've realized that's not going to work out too well for them.
Yeah.
But the city of Tucson, they're undeterred. They are just moving forward on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, we got Pastor Craig.
Well, hey, we're getting this breakfast thing started. We're going to go ahead and
all right, I'm going to go find my
seat.
All right.
We'll see you.
Quick standby here, and we'll be back after the sponsorship break.
Hey, you found us on your feed. Are you wondering what Live the Dream Media does? I'm going to explain it to you. Let's go. First and foremost, Live the Dream Media is a premier digital advertising and marketing agency, but that's not all we do. We have also become one of the largest live streaming podcast platforms in the region with our own online radio station and more on the way. Here's the coolest part. Right now, I'm standing in Studio B, where we are getting ready to put together an awesome state-of-the-art studio to continue the growth of this platform. One of the coolest things about Live the Dream Media is we take pride in being flexible. We enjoy the ability to make changes on the fly. If Live the Dream Media is a company you feel interested in working with and want to enjoy the flexibility and all we have to offer with our new podcasting network and our digital advertising abilities, reach out to us at contact@ltdmedia.net. Visit our website, livethedreammedia.com, or check us out on social media.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be concluding this show as we're starting the breakfast, and we look forward to seeing you on our later shows and our new sports show starting today. Tune in to Wake Up Normal at its 6 o'clock starting hour tomorrow.